Finally, let's move on to support. In our agency, we get plenty of support tickets, and it's really great to have ChatGPT there as your wing person, helping you respond to tickets and work out what the problems might be. Let's take a look at some examples. In this example, my client gets the following message when trying to upload a PDF in WordPress. Let's say 400. Bad request, and I assume it's going to say something along the lines of file size, etc. So let's take a look. Awesome. It gives me a little bit of information as to why that might be happening so that I can go and do some research and potentially fix the problem. As a result of this feedback from ChatGPT, I may have then replied to the client asking for the file size or a link to the file that they're trying to upload. Here's another use case. I have a support ticket where a client would like to know how to change the title of their WordPress site. Please can you write a step-by-step email response that explains how to do this in WordPress? Let's see what happens. And just like that, we have our email we can use. And one thing I've noted in here that I quite like is it says here, it's worth noting that changing your title can affect your search engine rankings and may also impact your branding. So that's really helpful information, perhaps something I might not have thought of when responding. Again, just like with code, you do need to be using ChatGPT, however, with a full knowledge of WordPress or the product that you've developed for your client, how it works and what the impacts might be. So in this case, if ChatGPT had not said that, it might be worthwhile you reading the response that ChatGPT has generated, sanity checking that it is correct, and also adding in any extra warnings that you do feel are appropriate before you send the response back to the client. And in our final example, I quickly jumped onto our tickets and found one that was about changing the admin email, and the client wasn't receiving the confirmation email. So let's tell ChatGPT and see what they recommend. Fantastic. So I can check junk, pretty obvious. Use a different email address. Okay, but here's another one. Use the SMTP plugin. That's usually the problem that we find with most of these setups. The email is actually hitting a black hole on the server. And if you install an SMTP plugin, boom, the email arrives. But it also gives you an idea too, if you want to get a little bit dangerous, of going into the PHP My Admin and changing it in there, which I don't recommend. So you should probably use ChatGPT with that knowledge that I've kind of used as a disclaimer throughout this entire video.